Thank you so much for attending my presentation about when taking damage is good in Pokemon. There's a few strategies that I'm not going to talk about, specifically Fear, mostly because it's a bit overdone and not even that good. First, let's talk about Substitute. This is one of the strongest moves in the game, sacrificing 25% of your HP to create a sub. This will take all attacks for you, getting destroyed once it absorbs over 25%. Critically, any damage difference is negated. I could use Choice Bandit Katal Cleave into a level 1 Calyrex behind a sub and it wouldn't lose any health. It's very powerful on setup Pokemon especially, basically getting a free turn to boost stats. But what if I told you that it was possible to take advantage of the health loss? Pinch berries are going to be a common theme today. There's many different kinds, but the one we're going to focus on here is the Salac berry. When the holder gets below 25% health, they receive a +1 speed increase. It doesn't sound so insane, but can be exploited. My favorite example of this is ADV Heracross. By whittling down its own HP with Substitute, it can become much faster while activating Swarm, making its bug attack stronger. Then, with just a single Swords Dance boost, it can tear entire teams apart. Salac sets are risky, forcing extremely good execution to make work, but have very high potential. Next up, we're going to learn about another pinchberry, Custap. This is one of the most interesting items in the game. When hit below 1/4 HP, the holder's next move will go first in its priority bracket. For example, if my Rhyperior lived an attack at 15%, the next turn I could use Rock Record that couldn't be outsped by regular attacks. While obviously powerful, it's more niche than Salac. Having a constant speed boost is oftentimes better than a one-time priority attack. However, it does have some great use cases. The coolest is alongside Explosion. This strategy requires a few traits to work well: the sturdy ability, some good lead option, and of course Boom. The basic idea is simple. Lead your Custap user, always tank an attack with sturdy, get a proc or something, and then say goodbye. Two great users of this are Golem and Gigalith. While neither are good in the higher tiers, they've carved out places below. Ironically, both would wind up doing similar things in Black and White Never Used. This set would get worse throughout the years, but Golem still found use for it all the way down in ZU before becoming unviable even there. Reversal is a fascinating move. It's terribly flawed in so many different ways, but has high enough highs to still see use. This thing is pretty simple. The lower HP you have, the more damage you deal, maxing out at fucking 200. There's very few cases of this being good, so I've chosen the most interesting example, Hitmonlee. By using Endure to survive the next attack at 1 HP, you can easily proc its own Leechy Berry increasing attack. More damage is cool, but where it gets really dangerous is with Unburden, doubling speed on item loss. All of a sudden you have a +1 attack and double speed, 120 base attack fighting type clicking stab 200 power moves. Seems pretty scary, right? It is, but there's a few big problems. The most obvious is priority. Anything from Aqua Jet to Fake Out to extreme speed kills, instantly stopping your sweep. Any contact effect is also brutal. This could be something less consistent like Flame Body or just guaranteed damage with Rocky Helmet. With all kinds of counterplay, these sets are niche as hell. However, especially in Gen 5 and Gen 6, they were viable and saw reasonable usage in lower tiers. Lastly, we'll explore Weak Armor. This ability activates when hit by a physical move, dropping defense but raising speed by 2 stages. To be clear, there's a lot of abilities that I could say here. Steam Engine, Stamina, Ice Face, and others are all great too, but this is one of the most widespread ideas. The appeal is pretty obvious. Doubling speed is amazing. It's exclusively run on sweepers that badly need the speed to win games. By far the most infamous is Poltegeist's Shell Smash set. Shell Smash is an obscene move, boosting attack, special attack, and speed by 2 and lowering defenses by 1 in exchange. With a Focus Sash, it lives basically every hit in the game and instantly turns stupid strong. But with Weak Armor, Poltegeist can become nearly unstoppable. Not only is it outspeeding everything that isn't named Barraskewda in the rain, but its stored power becomes a base 180 nuclear bomb. Clicking a physical move into this shithead is absolutely terrifying and can end entire games. Another mon that runs this ability is Saraledge. With Swords Dance and a Focus Sash, it gets to +2 consistently, but crucially isn't as weak to priority because of the healing move Bitter Blade. Volatile? Yes. Terrifying? Also yes. In conclusion, taking hits isn't always a bad thing. Not only can it help you win, but it's also key to some Pokemon's game plan. Thanks so much for watching.